So, when a king has good counsels, his reign is peaceful. As Oni puts the elders council in blame for all the misfortune that has been happening in the palace of the Oni of Ife. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome once again to the and Z TV. This is the one-stop place where we give you all the juicy gist of everything happening in the Oni's palace and also the entertainment industry. We are super grateful that you have always been with us, and that is why we're actually showing all of this awesome celebration, because without you, there cannot be an us. So, thank you so much for being part of this journey. All right, so right now, there's a whole lot of problems mounting up in the Oni of Ife's palace, as there's been so much chaos in the palace. Yes, there's been so much chaos in the palace that no one seems to understand what's happening in the palace anymore. Even at this point right now, the Oni himself is even absolutely confused. And the worst thing to happen to anyone is to get to that point where you now get confused. So, in his confused state, he actually decided to summon all the elders' council. They only summoned all of them. And when he now came, he now started asking all of them one by one. You, Alaji Tunde, what has been your contribution to this palace? You, Sekirat, what has been your contribution to this palace? You, he mentioned like 15 elders for them to say exactly what their contribution has been in the palace. Because the truth about the matter is, if your absence is not felt, then your presence was never needed. From the look of things now, the Oni is not feeling any impact, as in absolutely no impact from all these elders. Whereas the elders are those who are supposed to show him the way. The elders are supposed to show him the path. The elders are supposed to tell him, okay, do this, no, do this, no, do this. It's supposed to be like that. But that has not been the case. The case has just been a situation where different people just the people just behave the way they like in the palace. There's this unruly attitude. There's this unruly behaviors. There's this unruly there's this unruly behaviors. There's this unruly attitude. There's this unruly incoherent activities that no one can even comprehend and understand. Is for the Oni to now go close to someone who will say, okay, my son, let us try this way. But rather, all these elders seem to be rubber stamp elders. They are so rubber stampish, in the sense that they do not even have any value to add the palace. At this age and level now, when the Oni wants to take some major decisions, they are supposed to hold the Oni back. But rather, they don't. And it is not far-fetched. The truth is not far-fetched. That is because they've all been brainwashed by Olori Miriam. Miriam has brainwashed all these elders and told them some very delicate lies, that all they need to do is that they should just wait for food on the table. Yes, the only thing that these people are now interested in is food on the table. Why do I mean food on the table? I don't even need to work. That the only is just keeping them there to add the number of people who are coming to the palace. He just wants to let it be that, so that when people come to the palace, they will be like, ah, the only has so many guards, so the only has this, the only guard. Whereas in the true sense of it, these people are not wishing the Oni well, because it is not logically possible that a goat will put to bed when it's being tied to a tree. It's not possible. No. When an elder is in a place, things are properly done. But what we have these days now are Gen Z elders. Yes, all the elders are now Gen Z. They no longer have the impetus to correct the king. In those days, when the king wants to go astray, the people that bring the king back to life are none other but the elders. That is why their position in the palace is very, very important. An elder in the palace, oh my God, just go and sleep. With an elder in the palace, the Oni is supposed to have so much peace of mind. Yes, the peace of mind that passeth all understanding is what the Oni is supposed to have. Unlike in other cases and circumstances where people will just behave as they like, things will just be happening here. Because with the elders, if the elders were working, Only does not even have anything to do with now Miriam or Ashley or Toby Phillips. If the elders were working, the people that they will be fearing the most are those elders, because those elders can do and undo. Even Ooni self is supposed to be scared of those elders. Those elders have the capacity to remove him from the throne, have the capacity to pray him out of the throne or remove him physically. But the elders that we have now are such that all they do is to await for the Oni's approval. It's just like now, Oni, they now come and like ask Oni, okay, Oni, so what are you going to do? Well, no, the reverse is supposed to be the case. The actual sense is supposed to be, once anything want to happen in the palace, Oni will leave his comfort zone and go and consult these elders. It is these elders now that will tell him that, okay, go ahead or don't go ahead. But right now, it is no more like that. Everything now still passes through Oni. Before those days, if anything wants to happen, the person that will make it happen are the sons in the house. But now, see where we find ourselves. A situation where by nobody is responsible for the incidences that are happening in the palace. My people, this is the gist I said let me bring to all of you this evening. That the Oni is holding the Oni is holding the elders responsible for all the misfortune and mishap that is happening in the palace. And if something is not done logically and fast too, then it is actually not going to be a sweet experience for the palace, because the palace is still going to be in chaos and in disarray. All right, thank you people for being part of this video. Till we come your way again, this is D and Z TV. Please do well to subscribe to our channel and click on the notification button. Zoe Zenita, thank you very much for coming. Oni is a good man. Oni needs to put his house in order. Thank you, Zoe Zenita. Thank you, everybody who came, and see you some other time. Bye bye.
David Abiru. So today, Thursday, 28th. One begin go, no pastor.